Okay, I wanted to get into this whole loyalty thing that black women swear that they have for black men. There is no loyalty that black women have innately for black men. And I've noticed this. I've heard this narrative for like the longest from black feminists who don't feel comfortable dating interracially, and they'll use this scapegoat code of conduct to guilt trip black men. And what doesn't make sense, let's just say that it's true. Let's just say that there is a force out there of black men preventing black women from dating interracially. Let's run with it. You know, but let's just run with it. How come it's okay to say, hey, we don't want black men with white women, but we can't say, hey, we don't want black women with white men? It's so hard to put two and two together, but hey, they're so dead set on worrying about the smallest percentage of black men with white women or non-black women, and they act like it's some type of like it's some type of group effort that black men are not attracted to black women. Granted, you have your internet trolls, but honestly, most of those dudes aren't attractive, and there's way too much straw man arguments out there, man. And for personal opinion, with this whole loyalty shit, I'm like, come on. By the way they were like based off the grapevine, it made it seem like as if like for every black man, there's like 20 black women that's down for him, and he has so many options to be with. It's like some coming to America shit, where you're I can't remember the movie where you're the freaking king, and you're presented, no, you're the prince, and you're presented with 20 wives, and you have to pick two. I mean, you have to pick like one, and then the rest are maidens and whatever. I'm like, black men don't live that lifestyle. We're not treated that well from black women, or I mean, by black women. We're not treated that damn well, you know. And my life is a perfect testament to that, because I really didn't see this whole loyalty that black women were giving me. I didn't see this innate support. I don't remember the support from when I had projects, and even my most recent project when I when I was working on my documentary. Granted, it was not a fun thing to do. It was not a fun thing to do, and I did it anyway because I had to. I wanted to graduate, but when it was presented to the school, not many people showed up. At least none of my friends really showed up. The only person that went to that showed up was really my mom. But that's innate. That's innate support. I don't. But the issue that I have is that I'm not seeing this innate support from black women that I'm not related to. I remember telling all my new female friends, like, hey, I have this project that I'm working on. Do you want to see it? Do you want to? What it was a play, and I helped make the set and did the documentary for it. And I was a little pissed off that none of my female friends came to see it. Granted, it's nothing that they would like, but I'm just the point of it all was, hey, just to come, support a friend. That's it. Support a friend. That's all. I'm freaking asking. You should say support a friend. And I didn't take it personally, but you know, even when I graduated, I didn't feel like people were really there for me. Other than family, other than my mom, when it comes to female support. You know, I graduated, walked across stage. People really didn't even recognize my name. They didn't know who I was, and I was just like, you know, you kind of hate being that guy or that person that walked the stage and just like a silence or like a, just kind of a passive clap. It's a crummy feeling, you know. And when I left, I didn't really felt like I didn't feel the support or see any black women saying, "Oh, hey, Adrian, we miss you. We're gonna miss you, man. Take a picture with us, man, for memory's sake." I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. And I can look at it in other situations where I did, where I was going through things. I remember a couple years back, my mom was in a car accident, and usually around Christmas time, it's a bit of a struggle with money. And I was like, man, I need some way of a better way of transportation than taking the bus or halfway walking from home to Kroger. And I remember I was calling a friend. I was like, "Hey, can you pick me up real quick? I know you live right across the street from me. Could you help me with something?" And it's just a simple task of, "Hey, I just need to borrow your car to get groceries." My phone's ignored. My text is ignored. And I was bummed out because I'm like, I've always been there for you. And it was surprisingly, when this same person that I text or called, when she graduated, I was there for her. And I can remember times where I was stabbed in the back by this person. Multiple times where I invited her to like a friendly school dance, paid for her ticket. It didn't. It wasn't like a large set of cash. It was just like $8 ticket. It was chump change. And she didn't even come. Text her, call her, "Hey, what's up with you? Where you at?" Didn't get nothing. So, funny thing with Karma is that I showed up to her graduation, and her boyfriend, uh, didn't show up. I think he missed it. No, they were there, but they parked some. I can't remember if they missed it, but it was some issue to where, you have hundreds of people coming out, and cars are just jam packed trying to get out, and her phone was dead, and I let her borrow mine. And if it wasn't for me, she would have been stranded there for like for hours, you know. But hey, I lent her my phone. Then she invited me to her dinner. We were gonna go out to eat. She said, "Hey, I'm gonna text you the where we're gonna eat at." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Um, just either pick me up or I can just drop myself off." And I'm just kind of sitting back, waiting for a text. 6, 7 o'clock. I think I saw like a Facebook post of her already at the restaurant, and I was just like, "This chick did me wrong again." And I'm like, I was just done with her. And like, I told my friend, because he knew her too, and he used to be friends with her, and he was like, "Yeah, she stabs people in the back so often for no damn reason." But I can't relate to these goofy ass chicks on the grapevine talking about innate black female loyalty, because I don't see it. But what's funny is that usually this whole concept of black love, this loyalty, black love, this ride or die shit, is usually in the perspective of an abusive relationship, side piece, abuse, um, adultery, um, gang loyalty. It usually revolves around there. Okay. It always evolves around those type of relationships, and I've never really seen it. I never seen this kind of ideal ride or die that these women desire. And what I mean by that is that they want some type of what I call a Kanye experiment, to where they're with a dude who's struggling and he's trying to make it, and they're down with him thick and thin, hoping that okay, he's gonna be greatness one day. The issue is that these women don't do that type of stuff with dudes who have a legitimate chance. They don't do that. They always do it with dudes who are, below them, have no respect, self-respect, and they remind me of Eve when she was with the Rough Riders. There was a song that she did, and I can't remember the name of it. It slips my mind, but it was a song that she did, and she portrays herself as this ride or die girlfriend of a street dude, and what she does is that she upholds his legacy of his street name. So there's like a scene where he's in jail, and he's giving her instructions on what to do, and and on a side note, she's waiting for him to be released. And I remember back in the day that used to be like the epitome of black love. That chick that will wait for you, the chick that will allow you to get pregnant, allow the chick that will allow you to impregnate another woman, and as long as she has a nice title, she's good. Whether it's side piece, main chick, wife, you know, the fiance that will never get married. They love that. You know. But I think I'm making this video too long. I'm gonna make it to another part.